One evening, after teaching a large crowd and performing many miracles, Jesus Christ told his disciples to get into a boat and cross the lake ahead of him. Among the disciples in the boat was Simon Peter along with the others. They sailed across the waters of the Sea of Galilee, while Jesus stayed behind to pray alone on a mountain. The stormy night. As night fell, the wind grew strong and the waves began to rise. The boat was tossed back and forth by the storm. The disciples struggled to row against the wind. Hours passed, and it was now the darkest part of the night. Then suddenly, through the wind and waves, they saw something moving across the water. A figure was walking on the sea, fear in the boat. The disciples were terrified. "It's a ghost!" They cried out in fear. But immediately a voice called out to them from the darkness, "Take courage! It is I. Do not be afraid." It was Jesus. Peter steps out. Hearing the voice of his master, Simon Peter called out across the waves, "Lord, if it is really you, command me to come to you on the water." Jesus replied with one simple word, "Come." Peter climbed over the side of the boat. The wind was still blowing and the waves were still crashing. But Peter fixed his eyes on Jesus. Step by step, he walked on the water toward him. Peter begins to sink. But when Peter looked at the strong wind and the huge waves around him, fear filled his heart. His faith weakened. Suddenly he began to sink into the water. Peter cried out, "Lord, save me!" Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. Jesus said gently, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" Peace on the water together. They climbed into the boat. As soon as they entered, the wind stopped. The sea became calm. The disciples were amazed. They fell before Jesus and worshipped him, saying, "Truly you are the Son of God." And the boat continued safely across the Sea of Galilee.